My dear friends, I'm David. For more than 30 years, I've been working at a major hospital in the US, where every day I meet dozens of patients, people over 50, who all share the same concern. Why has sleep become such a luxury as we age? I still remember one winter evening a few years ago. A 58-year-old woman named Linda came to see me with dark circles under her eyes. She said, "Doctor, I don't understand why. I go to bed at 10 p.m., but by midnight I'm tossing and turning, waking up several times. By morning I feel completely drained. I just wish I could have one full night's sleep like when I was younger." Have you ever felt like Linda nights when you think you've finally fallen asleep, but your mind keeps racing with worries and then you wake up in the morning with a heavy body and an exhausted spirit? I want you to picture this sleep is like a garden. If we nurture it with healthy food and good habits, the flowers of peace, health, and joy will bloom. But if we water it with the wrong choices, greasy, sugary, stimulating foods, that garden will slowly wither and sleep will abandon us. Modern medicine has discovered this. Your evening meals play a huge role in how well you sleep. Certain nutrients like tryptophan, melatonin, and magnesium help relax the nervous system, stabilize your body's rhythms, and guide you into deeper, more restful sleep. And the beautiful thing is, they're not found in expensive pills, but in the familiar foods right in our own kitchens. Tonight, I want to invite you to explore 3 simple, familiar dishes that Americans know well, but carry the secret power to heal sleepless nights. Maybe after hearing this, you'll realize the key to better sleep might just begin with a warm, nourishing dinner where we eat slowly and treat our bodies with kindness. So what are those 3 dishes? Let's dive into each story, each meal, and maybe you'll discover a gift for your own sleep. Sibrinde Wanamur. Dish 1, chicken and vegetable soup, a warm bowl for deep sleep. You know, when I think of a light dinner that helps with sleep, the first image in my mind is always a warm bowl of chicken and vegetable soup. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, just tender chicken, carrots, celery, onions, a touch of herbs like thyme or bay leaf, all coming together into a meal that's warm, gentle, and easy to digest. I remember the story of Mr. Robert, 62 years old, living in Texas. He came to see me a few years ago because of chronic insomnia. He said, "Doctor, I've tried so many medications, but I can only sleep a few hours before waking up. I'm exhausted, irritable. I just wish for one peaceful night's sleep." When I looked into his habits, I realized his dinners were always heavy red meat, fast food, lots of fat. His body was working too hard to digest food at night, while his nervous system wasn't getting the signal to relax and prepare for rest. I suggested he try something different, a lighter dinner with more vegetables, especially a simple low-fat chicken and vegetable soup. 2 weeks later, he came back with a big smile. "Doctor, I've been sleeping 6 hours straight, at least 4 nights a week. I feel like I'm 10 years younger." So what makes chicken soup such a friend of sleep? Scientifically, chicken is rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that helps your body produce serotonin and melatonin, the 2 golden hormones for deep sleep and relaxation. The vegetables, carrots, celery, onions bring vitamin B6, magnesium, and potassium, all nutrients that support a calm, stable nervous system. And a warm bowl of soup raises your body temperature slightly, helping blood vessels relax, creating a sense of comfort and signaling your body it's time to sleep. But you know, I believe there's another reason beyond nutrition. It's the feeling of warmth and care. When you sit down, inhale the aroma, sip that hot spoonful, your body feels comforted. It's time to rest. You can let go now. I once asked Mr. Robert what made the biggest difference for you. He smiled and said, "I realized I was eating slower, no longer rushing. That evening's soup became like a little ritual, telling my body it was okay to relax and go to sleep." Have you ever felt that way? That a meal isn't just food, it's how we speak to our bodies. Research in the US shows that people who eat lighter dinners, less fat, more fiber, more calming nutrients, tend to sleep deeper and wake up less often than those with heavy meals at night. So if you're looking for a simple but powerful change, try a bowl of chicken and vegetable soup in the evening. It helps you sleep better, supports heart and digestive health, and brings a sense of peace before bedtime. And who knows, like Mr. Robert, you might find that a warm bowl of soup can be the best natural sleep aid you've ever had. You can start tonight. Just some chicken, a few vegetables, a little love for your own health, and let that bowl of soup be your companion to better sleep night after night. Oh, and Lyra 121. Dish 2, salmon salad with avocado and greens. My dear friends, the second dish I want to share is a simple salmon salad with avocado and fresh greens. Sounds familiar, right? Almost every American household knows this dish, but few realize that behind its simplicity lies a secret for deeper, more restful sleep. I remember a patient named Margaret, 59, a retired high school teacher. She came to me exhausted after years of poor sleep. She said, I usually eat dinner pretty late sometimes, pizza or burgers, because they're quick. But I sleep worse and worse and wake up drained every morning. I suggested she try eating earlier lighter, and especially this salad grilled salmon ripe avocado fresh greens and a drizzle of olive oil. She looked at me surprised. That's it, doctor. Just a simple salad can help me sleep. I smiled and said, give your body the right nutrients at the right time. You'll be surprised what it can heal on its own. Scientifically, salmon is rich in omega-3s and vitamin D, both linked by research to better sleep quality. Omega-3s reduce inflammation and calm the nervous system, while vitamin D helps produce serotonin, a key neurotransmitter for mood and sleep regulation. Avocados bring magnesium and potassium minerals that relax muscles and nerves, easing tension before bedtime. Fresh greens add fiber and B vitamins, aiding digestion and balancing energy levels. Together, this simple salad doesn't just nourish the body, it sets the stage for a peaceful night's rest. Margaret told me that after only a few days of changing her dinners, she felt lighter, no more bloating, no heavy stomach, and most importantly, she began falling asleep by 10 p.m., sleeping 6 to 7 hours straight without waking up. She said, I never realized a simple salad could make such a difference. I used to think dinner just needed to be filling, but it turns out light, simple, and nutrient-rich is the real key. Have you ever been like Margaret, grabbing a heavy late dinner, then tossing and turning all night? I bet many of us have. But beyond nutrition, there's something else, the ritual of eating. When you sit down slowly, chew a fresh, colorful salad, taste the salmon, avocado, and greens, you're sending your body a message. The day is over. It's time to rest. Studies also show that people who eat dinner earlier, around 6 or 7 p.m., with light meals like salads or soups, sleep deeper and have fewer sleep disruptions. The body has time to digest fully before bed. So, if you want a dinner that's tasty, healthy, and relaxing, try the salmon salad with avocado and greens. Like Margaret, you may discover that deep, peaceful sleep often begins with the simplest choices. Next, dish 3, oatmeal with warm milk and banana. My dear friends, the final dish I want to share today is oatmeal cooked with warm milk and banana, a familiar, simple meal, but one that carries remarkable benefits for sleep that many people overlook. I still remember a patient named John, 65 years old, a retired engineer living in Ohio. He came to see me after struggling with months of chronic insomnia. He said, Doctor, I often stay up late snacking on cookies and coffee. I thought I was just fighting off sleep to get more work done. But over time, I slept less and felt exhausted all day. When I heard his story, I wasn't surprised. Caffeine, refined sugar, and fatty snacks at night often overstimulate the nervous system, raise stress hormones, and push sleep farther and farther away. I suggested a simple change. Instead of cookies and coffee, try a warm bowl of oatmeal cooked with milk and topped with ripe banana slices. He looked at me skeptical. Can something this simple really help me sleep better? I said, give it a try. Sometimes all your body needs is a little love and the right nutrition at the right time. Scientifically, oatmeal is rich in melatonin and complex, slow-digesting carbohydrates that increase tryptophan levels in the blood. Tryptophan is the amino acid needed to produce serotonin and melatonin, the two key hormones for regulating sleep. Warm milk provides calcium and more tryptophan, helping the brain convert tryptophan into melatonin more efficiently. Bananas add magnesium and vitamin B6, both of which relax muscles, ease tension, and stabilize the nervous system. John came back later and said, Doctor, I can't believe one bowl of oatmeal at night made such a big difference. I started falling asleep earlier, sleeping 6 to 7 hours straight and waking up feeling so much lighter. He even laughed and added, now my wife and I make it together every night. It's become a little bedtime ritual, warm and comforting. Have you ever felt that way, that a simple meal could touch both body and soul, making you feel cared for after a long, tiring day? I believe there's more than just nutrition at work here. When you sit down with a warm bowl of oatmeal, the gentle aroma, the natural sweetness of bananas, the creaminess of milk all send a message to your body. It's time to rest. It's time to sleep. Research in the U.S. also shows that a light evening meal rich in tryptophan, magnesium, and vitamin B6 significantly improves sleep quality, especially for people over 50. So if you want a simple, healthy evening meal, Try oatmeal with warm milk and banana. You might be surprised to find that deep, peaceful sleep doesn't come from a pill, but from the bowl you lovingly prepare each night. My dear friends, tonight we explored three familiar dishes that carry the quiet power to bring back better sleep. The warm chicken and vegetable soup, the salmon salad with avocado and greens, and the oatmeal with warm milk and ripe bananas. Three dishes, three stories. Three ways that nature and nutrition gently touch our bodies and lead us toward deeper, more peaceful sleep. I want you to remember this: sleep is not a privilege for the lucky. It's a natural right our bodies deserve. And sometimes, instead of turning to pills or complicated therapies, we can start with the simplest changes in our very own kitchens. My patients Robert, Margaret, and John, they all once thought insomnia was an unavoidable part of aging. But with small mindful changes to their dinners, they found deeper sleep, renewed energy, and a brighter spirit. It makes me believe that after 50, we can still take charge of our health, not with drastic measures, but with simple, wise choices each day. So tonight or tomorrow, I want you to try one of these three dishes. Give your body the chance to truly rest. And if your sleep improves, come back to this video, share your story in the comments. Who knows, your story might inspire someone out there still struggling through sleepless nights just like you once did. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with friends and family, especially those battling insomnia, because maybe you'll be the one giving them the greatest gift of all, a deep and peaceful night's sleep.